Glam Fam, I just wanted to jump on here really quick. I just released the brand new Natasha Denona Dream Collection full review eyeshadow look, and application will be on a separate video. I am just filming this because I had a couple questions on how the Cheek Trio compares to the Glam Palette that she released last year. You can check out my full review on the Glam Palette. I will flash up a card right there. Thank you to our Glam Fam sister Marie, who actually asked me this morning when I released the video how it compares to the Glam Palette when it comes to the cheek portion of this collection. And I would say it's similar, especially with the one I did get and the one I do have a review on. The tones are similar, but the textures are different. Now, I didn't have time to really do a lot of comparisons because when I filmed this video, I literally, as I mentioned in the video, got it from my front porch, ran up and filmed it right away so I can get this out as quick as possible. And this is just natural daylight, no fancy lighting. I really wanted you guys to get the true tones of those blushes. They are different. They look similar, but when you really look at the swatches, this new My Dream Cheek Trio blush portion is definitely more, I would say, of a rosewood undertone, whereas the Glam Palette had more of a coral undertone, and the textures are different. So I definitely want to point that out. This is a brand new texture in the My Dream Cheek Trio, and it is more of a cream to powder formula, whereas it dries down more to like a very, very comfortable, natural soft matte finish, where I think it's going to last longer. Number one, it definitely had more pigmentation. If you watched the Glam Palette review that I did, the light one did not really show up that well on my skin. It took a long time to build it up. I had to use different applicators to really get that pigment to show, whereas this one was very buildable, and from the get-go there was some pigment, and then as the second, you will see it in the video. Please check out the video. I don't need to go further into that, but it built quickly and it is beautiful. I definitely like the texture of this blush much better in the new My Dream Cheek Trio rather than the Glam Palette. In my opinion, it's just a much, much better formulation. And I liked that this one right off the bat felt like that Armani Neo Nude, which is my holy grail cream blush. And it's that same texture where it's like a slight cream texture, but it really dries down to a very beautiful powdered finish. I think it's much more forgiving on mature skin as well. I do think that the Glam Palette one is more of a radiant finish, I would say. And that might be why the pigmentation's not there. That was my biggest complaint with that blush in that palette. Now, as far as the highlighter portion goes, and I'm just talking about the gel to powder highlight formula from this new Cheek Trio. That's the last one you can see right there. That one and the Glam Palette definitely are very, very, very similar in texture. Very similar. I do feel like this new Cheek Trio is definitely more the tones I like, which is like a yellow gold. It is just stunning, and it definitely has a bit of a maybe even a slight more, I don't want to say wet, but it just felt wet to touch, but again dried down to like a very beautiful powdered finish. Didn't emphasize my texture at all. Now the one in the Glam Palette is definitely, you can see, has more rose gold tones to it. I would say it's not as yellow. It's more of that neutral nude type shade, I would say. It's beautiful, and I did like that highlighter in that palette, but I like this one even better. So in my opinion, the My Cheek Trio is a much better formulation on both the blush and the highlighter. I hope that helps, and I really wanted to make sure to show you guys what it looks like on video indoor, and you can really see the swatches right there. Just so beautiful. I mean, you just can't go wrong with either one. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like outdoors, just so you can get that natural daylight sunlight effect and really get the true tones of that. Another thing I do want to compare, two shades that really stood out to me that were very, very similar came from one, the Glam Palette, and you'll see that those two shades right there from Spontaneous, which is definitely more of a yellow gold. I was asked earlier this morning as well. what spontaneous looks like in person. And it's very true to the swatch I showed, which is a very gorgeous, probably one of the best yellow tone metallics I have, yellow gold tone metallics I've ever seen. It's my favorite shade in that entire palette. I wish I could just have that one particular shade. The other one is from the Glam palette, and that one is, I think it was like crease, I can't remember. I'll show you guys that color right there from the Glam palette. It's similar, but this one in this palette is definitely richer and it has more depth to it. And if you are not one that likes a lot of pigment off the bat, I think you're definitely gonna like the Glam palette one better as far as that same neutral tone transition color. The last one I really felt compared a lot to the bronze palette, which is one of my favorite Natasha palettes, was Magna in the bronze palette compared to Familia in this palette. And Familia is definitely more, I would say more on the brown side, where Magna had a little more burgundy depths to it. I prefer the Familia over the Magna, actually. I think that is a gorgeous shade. So very beautiful. Check out my full review. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was just a little short video I wanted to add on, and I thought I'll just do this in a separate video just in case anybody had any questions. Please check out my full review. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Join us. We're here every Friday and Sunday. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and all of my social at Kristi Allure, and I will see you guys on the next video. Love you guys. Bye.